Hey y'all, welcome back to For the Moms podcast. Today we're going to be talking about all things parenting. This podcast is brought to you by QNA Network.
I'm Kelsie.
I'm Jasmine.
I'm Valerie.
And I'm Ariel.
And we are For the Moms.
So to start off with, let's talk about what responsibilities our kids have around the house. For my family personally, the girls, they take out their bathroom trash. They unload the dishwasher every day, so they kind of rotate. One day Ella will do it, one day Evie will do it, and so on and so forth. They clean their rooms and they make their beds. That is definitely a big one for me. I do like a deep clean, maybe like once a month in their room, like dust everything. I do like wash their sheets and stuff every other week or so. But as far as like picking up their room, they are completely responsible for that. And they have to put up their laundry. I do wash and fold their laundry, but they are responsible for putting it up. What about you, Kelsie? Which I know your girls are younger, so it's probably a little different.
My kids are the youngest. I have a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old, so they're a little harder. It takes getting the wooden spoon out to clean up the room, but they do clean their rooms. Charlie's kind of getting to the stage where she'll bring their little dirty clothes hamper to the washing machine, or they'll go put something in the washer. As far as like anything else, they're just really young right now, so it's kind of hard to make them comprehend, hey, this is what we're doing, do that, like go put that in the dishwasher or take this out the dishwasher, without her asking, oh, well, where's this go? Let me put this up. Let me throw this over there. Let me throw it over there. And then it turns into a fight. So they're so young, but they do clean their rooms. Other than that, I mean, they pick up their stuff around the house, but
they're just still living their best lives,
yeah,
right?
They're just living their best lives right now. That's about it. So,
which they're younger too, so that makes sense. And another one is for me, they pick up their dishes after they're done eating.
Yes,
Same.
Charlie is very good about that. She may throw the milk cup across the island and it makes it in the sink, but milk is all over the other plates. But she does put it in the sink. It might still have food on it, but it's in the sink.
So I have a 4-year-old and an 8-year-old. So of course my 4-year-old Lainey, poor baby, she tries, but mine are very similar to Jasmine's. I grew up doing chores, so I think it's super important to get your kids doing it early on, and it just helps me. Like I feel like my day's so much less stressed when the kids are helping out. So Cadence empties all the trash cans on trash day, so that's only once a week. She's responsible for unloading and reloading the dishwasher just like as needed. Both the kids clean up their rooms, and like we'll just do like an evening pickup, like quick, okay, it's 10 minutes before bed, anything that you drug out today, just go put it back in its spot. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? Because they're still kids and it's probably going to come back out the next day, but just like declutter, right? And then they both will pick up their folded laundry, kind of like your girls. Lainey's just getting to where she just kind of throws it in the drawer right now because she's only 4, but she is starting to get the grasp of, hey, like we're gonna help out, you know. So it just pray for us.
Yeah.
Dang, my kids need to do more chores because they are definitely responsible for picking up their plates, their rooms, I'll try to get them to pick up their clothes out of the bathroom, but other than that, I mean, Ava's learning how to undo the dishwasher now. Mason doesn't do shit. Austin doesn't do shit. Morgan does do her own laundry. She is responsible for that and cleaning their hall bathroom. But other than that, they just have to pick up after themselves. But listening to y'all, I feel like my kids need to do more.
I will add, my kids do feed the dogs and add water.
Oh, my kids feed the dogs too.
Yeah. Take care of the animals. Yeah, same. Cadence does the dog food.
I didn't think about that, but my kids do feed the dogs every morning and evening. But yeah.
My kids, well, they fight over who's going to take the dogs out because they have to put them on a little leash outside because we don't have a fenced-in yard. So they have to like hook them up, and they fight over who's going to let them out, who's going to let them in. But they do a shitty job cleaning their bedrooms. So obviously we all have to go in there and do it ourselves.
You have to go in after them.
I try to set like one day aside to the month, like one day a month, and like deep clean their room.
And I put up their clothes because, like you said, it's shoved and it's half open and it's terrible.
Yeah, it is. But I'm just trying to show them that, like, hey, because you're going to have a house one day, like, and I'm not going to always be around to do it for you. So you got to start doing it. I mean, and it drives me crazy that it's a little bit messy, but hey, it is what it is. You know?
Yeah. I had to like bring Ella and Evie in there and show them like, this is how you put it in. And so actually their dresser, only one drawer will open at a time. It will not have multiple drawers open. Like it has to be all the way shut before another one opens. I know. I like it because they can't just shove it in there and leave it half cracked.
Yeah.
Because the next one's not going to open. So, yeah, I know. And I
need that dresser hack.
Whenever we bought the house, I got that dresser for the reason because I remember me growing up and especially being a teenager, clothes would be hanging out of my drawers and they'd only be half shut, not on their dressers. It will not, the drawer literally will not open if the other one's
Okay, you need to share that brand.
Well,
for
Ava's
sure.
about to start doing her own laundry because if I fold one more clean item, I'm going to freak out because she's throwing her clean clothes into the dirty clothes.
Story.
So Mark said, you're about to start doing your own laundry and hopefully that changes it because you're having to fold all the clean clothes that you're throwing in the dirty clothes. That's not dirty.
Yeah. Cadence did that. So we went to Texas this weekend and my kids were out of town too. She got back home, unpacked her bag. I was like, okay, put your dirty clothes in the hamper. She dumped the whole freaking bag in the dirty clothes hamper. And I'm like, now I got to wash all of it because I don't know what's clean.
Bathing suit in the laundry. I'm like, when was the last time you went swimming? Because that was like 9 months ago.
My kids, I don't even fold their clothes in their drawer because we have a shirt drawer, a dress drawer, a like bathing suit and miscellaneous things, and then a t-shirt drawer. And Whitley, she changes like 16 times a day. She'll come out every time out of the room in a new outfit. I'm like, what are you doing? She'll have a bathing suit on at one point, and then she'll have on a princess dress at another point. Then she'll have pajamas on. I'm like, okay, just put it back in the drawer. I don't care. Just put it back in the drawer.
I feel like when my girls were younger, they would do the same thing.
I think it's just a girl thing.
Yeah.
Cadence has like 5 different outfits every day and she's in school, so she's in a uniform, but she literally changes her clothes like 3 times every afternoon.
Definitely a girl thing because Mason's clothes are barely there. Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure. Okay, well, on to the next question. Do we have outside help, grandparents, nannies, etc.?
I mean, we have Eric's parents that live next door, so that helps a lot. Like they're very willing to help watch the girls. But then my aunt and uncle, they're in their 80s now, so they help when they can. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Same. All I have is Mark's parents. My mom passed away when I was younger. My dad is just not. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that right now. So we just really have Mark's parents. And then thank God I have a 16-year-old because she is the biggest help.
Yeah. I feel like we were talking about that. I was like, I kind of wish I would have started having kids a little bit younger because I'd have teenagers that could help.
No, I try not to take advantage of her because if she has something to do with her friends or something, I don't like say, oh, no, you can't do that because you have to watch your siblings. So I just lean on his parents if Morgan's not there to help me. But I do pay her. I try to make it feel like she's not taken advantage of. But she is a big help, and so is Mark's parents.
So kind of same for us. I don't really have too much help. My cousin, which is kind of like the kid's aunt, she'll help, if needed, but she works a lot, so she can't always. Josh's mom is willing to help, but she has a very busy life because she adopted 5 young kids, so she's always running with them. My girls did have their first sleepover with my dad this past weekend.
How did that go?
It went good.
Good.
Yeah. So I was kind of excited about that. But other than that, no, we don't really have too much help. I haven't really found a babysitter in Louisiana, but we've been figuring it out, if we need a sitter between my dad or Josh's mom or my cousin. Other than that, not really.
Just 1 minute. I will say I am the only one who does not have the help around here because my whole family lives 2 hours away. Mm-hmm. So my mom is a big help, I will say sometimes. Sorry, Mom, if you're listening. My kids are at a point where they're a lot. You can ask Jasmine; she's watched them before. They're a lot, but they're not like bad. They're just very busy.
They're toddlers,
yes, and so they do go to a Mother's Day out. So that's like 5 hours a day that I do have to myself. That I try and get things done that I need to do. But other than if my mom comes into town to watch them, or if I bring them over there, I don't really have anybody, and I won't have to hire a babysitter.
Your mom works though still, right?
Yeah.
Like full time. So
she does. She does work Monday through Friday, but like if it's a weekend and I need a sitter and I let her know in advance, she'll sometimes come over. If not, then I will have to get a sitter. But Josh is really good about, like, for instance, this past weekend, we're doing our meet and greet, and I was like, well, I'm going to have to get a sitter for the kids if Josh comes with me, but instead he's just going to take the kids to the camp. He took off work and he's taking the kids to the camp with him. So he's very good about, if I give him a little bit of a notice, his job is very flexible to where he can leave a little bit early if I need to do an appointment or anything like that. But most of the time I try to get everything done in my 5 hours. So if you see me running around like a crazy person during the day, that's why. But other than that, I just want to know who's affording a nanny at this day and age, because that's crazy.
Well, because just that sitter that you
Yeah.
quoted was like,
That was crazy.
Ooh.
I'm having a hard time even
was
just
crazy.
hiring somebody to come clean my house even every 2 weeks. Because in my mind, I'm like, I stay at home even
Yeah.
though I do work.
I know, but you
from
have to get that
home.
out of your head, Jess, because
Yeah.
you have so many facets.
Definitely.
You work full time.
Yeah.
Like you do.
I will come clean your house.
Y'all-
Now you're making us look bad.
Going from the camper to the house has been
Yeah.
like
It's the deep cleaning.
yes,
Yeah.
it's the
Yeah.
dusting, it's the baseboards. I stayed up till midnight last night mopping my house just because I literally have not mopped in almost
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
It takes me a full day. I have to set one full day aside
I
each
do.
week
I
to
set-
deep clean my
My
house.
kids are off school on Wednesdays, so Wednesdays are my cleaning days. And even it's not no deep clean. Like I'm not getting on the ceiling,
Oh,
dusting
no.
the ceiling. No, it's I'm gonna clean my house, like wipe things down, vacuum, mop, wash the sheets that need to be washed or anything like
Toilets.
that. So yeah, everything like that. But that's my 1 day a week. Now I do we'll run the vacuum if I see some things on the floor or whatever. But as far as cleaning every day, no. But Wednesdays are my
Yeah,
clean day.
Same.
Yeah. So going into the question of the role of the fathers in parenting, what do they help with? I'll start off since we are on the subject kind of about cleaning. Josh and I, now that he is, we're in the house and he's home, he's not working off. We have started a thing, and I actually got it from someone else on social media. I don't remember her name, but I love watching her. She is a foster mom. They have like 6 kids. They have quite a few dogs too. Her husband and herself take an hour every single night and they clean the house.
I think I know who you're talking about.
That's
After the
nice.
kids are in bed. That's what me and Josh have started doing. And y'all, it has made my life. We've only been doing it a week,
Yeah.
but it has made my life so much better.
Yeah.
So Josh does help out. He will cook, he will clean. I don't have to ask him twice. Sometimes he even does it, without me. He is very helpful. Anything I need, usually he's there. But that 1 hour a night, me and
Makes a
Josh putting the
difference.
phones down. That's why I didn't text you back for a while last night. Literally 1 hour, and it has made the world of difference in just a week.
That's a good idea. I can't bring it to myself to ask Eric after working all day to help
Oh,
clean the
well,
house.
he-
I can't.
He's a husband, he's a father, and he lives there, and he makes messes too.
Well, yeah, he'll pick up after himself, but like he works a 9 to 5 job. Like he's in the office every day. So, and I am home 6 days out the week.
You
so
work too,
that's
though.
yeah, maybe if all this picks up a little bit more and I get
Yeah.
a little bit
Y'all gonna be
busier,
shocked
but
at what I asked Josh
but he
to
does.
do.
He
Mark does
cooks.
stuff too.
Yeah, like Eric cooks
Eh.
3 nights out the week. Thank God, since he's been home, like I don't have to prep as much, and it's taken a lot of stress off of me because I used to like freak out about like what the heck am I going to cook every night. So no, he'll cook 3 nights a week. I cook 3 nights a week, and then we eat leftovers, and it's great.
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
Mark helps me a lot. We tried to do like one person doing the dishes and the other person's bathing Austin, and we'll take turns doing that. But if I really asked him to cook, he will. But I mean, honestly, we are so busy during the week with all the kids. It's just a hard time right now.
I don't
But
even know how y'all have time to cook dinner. With
If
how
I
y'all
am
are
not
running.
home before 4:00 for the rest of the afternoon, I don't cook because we are back and forth all the time. But Mark is a big help. If I ask him to do something, he'll do it.
Yeah,
I have this thing where my house has to look like nobody lives in it.
Yeah, not my
So,
house.
That's not realistic, Kelsie.
I don't like clutter. I do not like clutter. I will be very quick to bitch about it, and Josh knows that. But he sometimes does it on purpose. He'll leave his wallet, his keys, his hat. I'm like, you have a basket right there. Put all your shit in that basket right there when you get home. But he does help a lot. He really does. He does way more than he really should have to, being that I'm home. But I don't care because he helps. He does bath time. He has always done bath time since
That's
they
a
were
big
like
That is awesome.
over 1. And he does bath time while I'm cleaning the kitchen after dinner. So, and most of the time we do like really quick, easy dinners. We have dance Monday and Tuesdays. So we do something easy. Like last night, he took the kids to dance, but I went to Pilates and come home. He done had them done with supper, cleaning up the kitchen. So he's a very big help. He takes out the trash. There's days he forgets, but that's a different
Oh yeah,
story.
you always got to remind them.
That's Mark too.
Other than that, he really does help a lot. Like I said, I take my Wednesdays, I clean the house, everything is clean. Now, folding clothes is a whole nother story, okay? They will sit in that basket until he's just like, Kelsie, I can't do it no more. I can't find no socks. I'm like,
Mark
okay,
does his own
I'll
laundry.
fold them.
What?
Yes.
Josh don't know how to work the
did you
washing
He
get
has
machine.
his own laundry basket in his closet. He does his own laundry because working in the plant, he has like chemicals or
Yeah.
oils and stuff on
Yeah.
side of his pants, and he doesn't want to put it mixed with the kids, so he does his own laundry.
Hey, Josh, you hear
Yeah,
that?
Eric, are
Yeah.
you watching?
Y'all hear that?
So Morgan and Mark do their own
So
laundry.
it's just you and
Josh
the little
does
kids.
do the laundry a good bit, though.
Yeah.
He will definitely, like, if anytime I take a load of laundry out of the dryer, I set it on the couch or in the recliner to fold it, and Josh will do it.
Eric's not
He
doing
wants a
laundry.
trophy when I come
I ain't
home.
even lying.
Yeah.
Eric is not touching laundry.
Yeah,
He'd
Josh
probably
wants a
shrink
trophy. He's like,
everything.
"Did you see that I folded those clothes?" I'm like, "Yeah, I've seen it. What do you want, a trophy?"
Like, I do it every day.
Yeah, right.
I have to do at least one load a day to stay caught up. Sometimes
Same.
2 loads a day. Because I try to wash like all of our bedding at least once a week.
I do too.
And then that's just one full day, if not 2 days of washing bedding.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You know, by the time, because both girls have 2 beds in their room.
Yeah.
So 2 sets of sheets, 2 comforters, and then ours.
Yeah.
And then I wash all the blankets in the living room.
Rugs.
Rugs, yes, bathroom
Oh.
rugs.
Oh, yeah.
And that's
about to say,
literally
what
rugs
rugs?
you watch it.
Yeah.
No, bathroom rugs.
Bathroom rugs.
I got those washable rugs for my living room and stuff.
Yeah, but
Mine
you
ain't
have to
gonna
have a big enough washing machine to
fit.
put
Oh,
that
mine
in.
fit.
My washing
Oh.
machine would fall out the back door.
Do you have a front load then?
No.
Because I washed my couch pillows and Josh was like, "What's wrong?"
Do you have the agitator in your washer?
I wash my couch
What
pillows.
kind of washer you got? To
Just
fit a-
wrap that bitch around.
Oh my goodness. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, I think mine's an 8x10.
It doesn't go crazy like off
It's
balance.
it's super thin.
I
It's
know.
like very thin.
Okay, good, because I'm
Mine is-
getting a new rug, so I'm going to get a washable one
TikTok
and start
shop.
throwing it in my washing machine.
Link in bio.
I just shampoo it every now and then.
Okay, well, on to the next question. Sharing our children on social media. How do y'all feel about it? Do y'all do it? I think all of us.
We all do. I
Sorta.
struggle with it, though.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel guilty about it.
So for me personally, if we're like on a family vacation, obviously they'll be in clips. Are they in my everyday life? No.
Yeah.
Evie loves cooking.
She loves the camera.
Evie loves it.
Oh,
Yeah.
she does.
Honestly, Ella does too, but she wants her own YouTube. And I'm like, Ella, no, you can't have your own YouTube. You know, you're kind of young.
They all
Cadence and
do.
Ella need to do it
Um,
together.
But Evie, she will literally just go get my phone and start recording, like just doing something in her room or anything. So if they ask, I absolutely let them be in it.
Mhm.
As far as just like putting the camera in their face, I don't always film them, no. They're in, some videos. I don't hide them from the internet. But, being that they ask, I don't mind. And I have started, if they're in a video, I give them a little bit of money, depending on how much money I make from that video.
Aw. Like an allowance type thing.
Yeah.
That's neat.
I tried to bribe Morgan that way. I'm like, if you make this cooking video, I'll pay you whatever I make on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Mason, y'all should know already. I
Yeah.
cannot get him out of the camera.
Yeah.
But I do ask if they want to be on, or if I'm videoing them and Morgan's like, Mom, don't put that on there. I'll delete it. Obviously, I respect what they
Yeah.
want, but most of the time the kids want to be in the camera.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's how Cadence is. Cadence loves being in the camera. Like anytime I'm on live, she's trying to come in there and talk to me and stuff. But I think with Lainey, because she's 4, she doesn't really understand. I try to, if I'm filming her, I try to just get like the back of her, where you can't really see her face and her expressions, just because she can't really consent yet, right? And I don't want her 10 years from now to be like, Mom, why'd you put that on the internet type thing. So I try to be careful about it. I'm not perfect, right? But Cadence she wants to be in every video, so I ain't worried about her.
I know. Mine are like, show TikTok this, show
Yeah.
TikTok that.
My kids are, like I said, the youngest. Charlie, if I'm on live, which I'm hardly ever, she will get in it. But on TikTok, I do not post them a lot, just because there has been some comments and people are a little creepy and crazy. But I do post them on Facebook. But I do have those photos set to where, my friends can see them only. Just because, there's been a lot on social media with people monetizing off of their kids, but doing it in really disgusting ways.
Yeah.
And
Facebook is terrible.
I don't
with
ever
that.
want anyone to think that I'm trying to do that with my kids or anything like that. I will post a few pictures here and there and give you all a little glimpse of them, but I'm not going to post their everyday life and things like that on there.
And I
So-
feel like no matter what we do, we're going to get judged,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
there's always going to be some troll out there that's going to be like, oh, your kids shouldn't be on the internet at all. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, they're part of our lives, though. Like, if you're
Yeah.
a mom, you understand they are literally at your hip all the time. It's almost impossible to be online or be in social media
Yeah.
and not have your kids involved.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, definitely. Because Evie, especially, she is always at my hip. I literally
Yeah.
go take a bath and she makes a pallet beside the bathtub.
Those are my favorite videos when Evie is up there with you cooking.
Yeah.
Are they?
She's adorable.
She
Yeah.
loves, for one, she loves cooking. Like, I'm almost certain she might be a chef and own a restaurant one day. But other than that, she loves videoing. Like, she will literally start the video and end it. Like, she just enjoys it.
Charlie
And I love that.
Charlie videos herself dancing on her tablet. If y'all could see the videos on that tablet, it is
Austin
so
is
funny.
The same.
She's like, "Can you help me set it up? Can you help me set it up?" I'm like, "Just put it right there. Click record." And it's like 10 minutes long of her just doing the craziest thing.
How do we navigate technology and screen time?
We don't.
I'm guilty of it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm guilty of it, and I know you are too.
My 4-year-old is addicted to that freaking iPad, and I
For
don't
my
know.
sanity, they need in the car 100%. 100%.
Yeah,
And
because what did we used to do? Fight and stare out the window, right? Like,
yeah, they're bored in the car. They don't want to listen to the radio. They're telling me to turn down my radio so they can listen to their YouTube.
Yes.
yes.
I'm like, I paid this note. No, but they do watch their phones or iPads during dinner. I wish we could fix that, but I feel like I've already made it a habit.
My kids do. My kids, they watch their tablets at nighttime for dinner. And if we're in a restaurant, if they're just like at the point to where they can't sit still anymore, I will bring out the phones, I'll bring out the tablets.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I'll just bring out my phone because I don't bring the tablet in a restaurant. But I can't do it. I'm not going to disturb everybody else's
I agree.
peace while they're eating because my kids can't sit still anymore. And before y'all come and say, well, you need to control your kids. No, it ain't that. My kids are 3 and 5. They're still very small children. And if you can get your 3 and 5-year-old to sit still for, a 2-hour dinner or anything like that, or even if the restaurant's running behind, then props to you.
Mhm.
But I'm going to use all means necessary to make my kids chill out and,
enjoy their dinner too,
Yeah. So
I feel like when my kids were younger, kind of same thing with
Yeah.
you, if I had to pull it out at dinner. Now, if we go out to dinner, like a restaurant, I try to make them not be on their phones. Now, if we're at home, they will absolutely, watch their phone at the table while they're eating dinner.
I feel like I can't judge my kids because I'm on my phone all the time.
Yeah.
I'm scrolling TikTok, I'm doing all that. So they're doing the same thing. And if they see me do it, I have no right to be like, hey, you can't have that.
Right.
But I will purposely not charge Lainey's iPad for days at a time just so she has to take a break from it.
Yeah.
And then she'll go play with toys and stuff. Like, they know how, like if it's not available, she will find other stuff to do.
And then the girls, their phones turn off at 7:30 during the week, Monday through Thursday. Their bedtime's not till like 8:30, so they have like an hour of wind down time. But other than that, I mean, they have screen time, especially in the vehicle.
we don't watch YouTube anymore. We had to cut YouTube out. We no longer do YouTube because
There's kids YouTube.
Yeah,
that-
kids YouTube
Kids
only.
YouTube.
My kids aren't allowed
some
on
of the
regular
videos on
YouTube.
kids' YouTube are not censored because
Oh.
Charlie was watching something and I'm
You
like,
can put what age it's for.
What are you watching? But my kids watch that Happy Family Kids or whatever. So it's like all the kids shows brought into like an app. But we had to cut YouTube out. YouTube Kids, YouTube everything because it was getting bad. But my kids do have screen time during the day, but they'd rather watch the stuff on big TV. I mean, they'll watch. Willie's obsessed with Gabby's Dollhouse, so we just watch every season over and over and over and over again. She knows all the words to all the songs. And my kids play. They're very independent players, so they'll go play. Most of the time, their TVs are half dead on the cabinet if we're not in the car.
Yeah.
That's about the only time they want it.
Yeah.
And I think more so our screen time came from us traveling long hours in the vehicle.
Oh, for sure.
So that definitely, that's when it kind of came into play. Because, I mean, we started traveling when Ella was 2 weeks old. Obviously, she didn't have a tablet at 2 weeks old. But, when we would have a 10-hour road trip, what do you want kids to do for 10 hours?
Pay for that extra hotspot.
Yes, absolutely. And, like they would have coloring books and colors, but that only lasts for so long.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's where a lot of ours came into play. But no,
I feel like their friends are on it too, because like at night, I know Ella and Cadence and Violet or some other kids, they'll FaceTime each other and play games together.
Roblox.
I'm so glad my kids don't know about Roblox. That's all I can say.
Well, Ella is only allowed to play like 2 or 3 games on Roblox because I have had to delete a lot of those games because they were absolutely terrible. At one point in time, I did delete Roblox, and then I let her get it back, and she's only allowed to play like 2 or 3 games because that shit
Some
is
of them
crazy.
are scary. I put an
Yes.
age limit. Like there's an age rating that
Oh.
I set and they can't play anything over a certain age rating.
Okay, yeah. I know she plays a lot of Minecraft. Like, she likes to build the cities or the whatever. But yeah, but overall, they're allowed screen time, and I feel like as long as you limit it, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
But on to discipline. How do we discipline our children?
Whip that ass.
Yeah.
So,
Yep, not lying here.
yeah.
And I'm not beating my kids with a fucking wooden
No.
spoon 24/7 all day long, okay? My kids would act like it, but no, I'm a yeller. I'm going to tell you multiple times, like in a decent voice, but after that, I'm yelling because you're not listening.
They don't hear shit until you yell.
Until you yell.
The
And then
10th
she's like,
time.
okay, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Why are you
Why does it
yelling?
take
Well,
me
you didn't hear me
yelling?
the first 8 times, so now I'm having to yell.
Yeah.
Or Mark has to get up
Yes.
before Mason starts
Yep.
running.
Isn't that crazy how they listen to the dads? Like, I'll say something 10 times. Eric says it once and they're like, yes, sir. I'm like, why?
yeah.
Why is he
I don't get-
different?
And I think girls are a little different too.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, girls are different.
Girls are definitely different, which I know you have Mason.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, and I try my best not to yell, but I absolutely do yell. Only because, like, the times I did live with my mom growing up, all she did was yell, and I was like afraid.
Yeah.
So I try, like, I vividly remember those moments. And then in the morning times, like, I do my very best not to yell just because I don't want to start their day off bad.
Yeah.
That is what I really try the most at. Like, I will literally wake up an extra 30 minutes. What?
I just
We're not
see
at
I'm
Sophie's
yelling
desk.
in the morning. That's when I'm yelling.
Valerie's over there just
Me and
smirking like,
Cadence
oh
were
yeah.
going at it this
I'm
morning
yelling.
trying to get out the door. She was 2 minutes late for the bus
I
stop. I'm like,
always-
Cadence, she didn't have a jacket, nothing. I'm like, Cadence, go to the bus. I had to run the stuff out.
I
to
feel
her.
guilty when
Like,
after they dropped off at school because of just the chaos, but I think just mornings are just chaos.
Mornings are chaos.
They are chaos. Well, sometimes they're chaos, but like, we have a strict routine in the morning. Like, I'm talking strict. I have all of their stuff laid out the night before. Every night I do that, every single night. And I have everything prepped in the morning, like their water bottles, their lunch boxes. Like, we literally live on a strict routine every single morning. So I do my best not to yell because, like, I don't want to start their day off bad.
such a
That's
good
one of my
mama.
biggest things is to
My
try.
mornings are pretty repetitive. I feel like
yeah, mine are the same except on Wednesdays. They don't have school on Wednesdays, so
Mine are repetitive. Just no matter how early I wake Cadence up, she's going to be the last minute getting out the door every morning because she
Charlie, she's
she
like,
just cannot manage her time.
I'm like, Charlie, baby, come on, let's go. She's like, well, I gotta go to my room and get this. And then like 10
Mhm.
minutes later, I'm like, what are you doing? Where the hell are you? Come on, let's go. We're like, I'm in the
Yeah.
car. We're in the car. The car's running. I'm backing out.
Yeah.
She's got a handful of toys, like 10 stuffed animals. I'm like, you're not bringing all that in the car.
But as far as discipline, like, obviously I yell, once I tell them to do something a couple times and a couple times and a couple times, then I have to yell, then they will do it. We do, if they need a whipping, they will get their ass whipped, but, we don't beat them.
no,
Yeah.
no.
I'm rare on the spanking. I'm just joking, honestly, but like we really don't spank that
Yeah.
much.
It's a last
Yeah.
resort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's usually the first thing is what gets them the most is taking away an iPad
yeah.
or a cell phone, or they can't go somewhere that they really want to go. And just for instance, grades. Ava's working on a C right now, and I said, if you have a C on your report card, you will not have your cell phone for 9 whole weeks until the following report card. That will get them the most.
Oh,
more
for
than
sure.
Oh,
a buck.
absolutely.
That's
Yeah.
what we do.
I
wish
can
my
count
kids
on
would do
one
that.
hand how many times my kids have been whipped in the
Yeah,
last year.
same. And as they
Um,
get older, it gets fewer and further
Oh yeah,
between.
Morgan
you know?
hasn't seen an ass whipping since she was 5.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
yeah.
Them young kids are different, though.
They're hard.
They're different.
I caught Evie lying to me the other day, and I did pop her on the butt, and I was like, you are not going to lie. I caught her in a lie twice in 1 week, and I was like, Evie, you are not.
it's her age because
It
Austin
is.
lies too.
Yes,
and
Charlie
I'm
lies
trying
bad
to get
right
her.
now. And it's not like, she's lying about like crazy. It's like little things.
Yes,
It's like
Stupid.
little
things.
tiny things. I'm like, Charlie, baby, you're not going to lie about that. Like, why are you lying? She's like, I'm not lying. I'm like,
you're gonna
you
get
are
more
lying.
trouble for lying than just telling the truth.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I try to tell Evie. Like, we had empty Kit Kat wrappers in the
She didn't do it.
in the pantry. And I was like, Ella loves Kit Kats, but she's not going to leave her trash on the ground.
Yeah.
Ella's going to throw it away. I knew it was Evie. So I called Evie in there and I asked her and she said, that's not me. I said, okay, I'm going to check the camera. And I said, whoever is lying is getting a whipping. And she said, Mama, it was me. And I said, you're not going to lie. I said, that's the second lie I've caught you in.
Yeah.
So I did. I popped her.
I think it's just the age because Charlie's
It is.
Charlie's
They're
slowly been
testing.
getting into that. And
Yeah.
she's testing what she can and can't do.
Mm-hmm.
So
But no, I mean, most part for Ella, you just look at her a certain way and she's tearing up.
yeah,
She's my good child. Now, she will talk back a little bit, and we've had to get that straight here lately.
That's also that age, though, because
Yes.
Cadence is doing that too right now.
But as far as other that, just taking their phones away, punishing them from not going with friends, things like that. I mean, that's really how
Yeah.
we
I
discipline.
wish my kids would do the taking away, but they don't watch it enough to really where they're like, oh, I
Yeah.
care about it. I don't care. And I'll lock the door to the playroom and they still don't care. I'll go
Mhm.
freaking play with my stuffed decorations on the table. Like they're going to find something else to do. But as far as I do spank my kids, it's not, I mean, if they're not getting spanked every day, but like when Whitley, she's 3 now. She just turned 3 December. She is at that age where she's just like, she don't care. She don't care. Josh is going to fuss at her. She don't care. She has a spanking. She don't care. I make her get on her knees. She don't care. She don't care about nothing.
That's the
No kind of
worst.
discipline at all right now. She's just at that age and it's really tough. And she gets mad at us and she's like, I'm not your friend no more. I've been your friend all day.
Aw,
I'm like,
that's
you're not going to make
hard.
me feel bad. You're going to listen
Says
to
that
me.
too. I don't love you. I
I
love
know.
daddy.
Okay, so have y'all's kids done the I hate you? Lainey got that in her system
Charlie
recently.
said it. Charlie said it one time, and Josh was like, "You are not about to
Yeah.
say that. You absolutely not."
Yeah.
No.
And I don't think she understands
Yeah.
because she's literally laughing while she's saying it. Like she said it this past week.
Charlie-
She's like, Mama, I hate you. And she's like giggling. And I'm like, Lainey, you don't hate me. You love me. She's like, no, I hate you. And I'm
Whitley-
like, where did
Whitley's
this
just
come
that I don't love you no more. I love Daddy, or you're not my friend anymore.
Oh.
You've been my friend all day, but not anymore.
Evie
I'm
will
like,
tell
"You're
me
okay."
that she loves her daddy more.
from?
Yeah.
If I get on to her about something or I tell her no about something, she will definitely say, well, I love daddy more. And I'm like,
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay,
girl.
that's fine.
Bye.
But as far as saying they hate me,
Yeah.
and
Charlie
if
said
they
it that
did,
one time, and that was it.
Yeah. I don't think Cadence has ever. But
I don't think Lainey probably doesn't understand
She
what
doesn't
that
understand
means.
the
Yeah.
meaning. She probably heard it somewhere and
Yeah.
she's just
And there's no
using
telling
it.
what they hear at school either.
Yeah.
From
Well, she's
other
not in school yet, but
other kids and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So
Okay, so on to the next. Do we have any family traditions? Have y'all started any traditions with y'all's families? Do y'all have any that y'all carried on from?
I wouldn't say it's a tradition, but Eric has made it a point, especially since he's like a girl dad. A few times a year, he takes each girl for like a daddy-daughter day. It's like every 2 to 3 months. He'll take one individually, like Lainey gets her own day, Cadence gets her own day, and he'll take them to do an activity with him and
That's good.
just to spend quality time with them.
We really don't have anything different that most families already do. The only thing different, I would say, is mainly Ava, Mason, and Austin have a special handshake for me and a special handshake for Mark at bedtime every single night. That's the only thing that I
That's
could
sweet.
say that's different is the special handshake at nighttime. Each one of them. Morgan, good night, love you. And she shut the door. But
That's adorable.
We just have a special handshake.
Oh, well,
It's
that's sweet.
Cute.
I don't think we necessarily have any family traditions that we do. Me personally, for the kids, Hallmark, they have different series of Christmas ornaments, and I have bought them one each year for their series. So Ella's is fairies. So every year she has her own Christmas ornament, and that way when she gets older and has her own house, if she wants them, she can have
I
them.
love that.
So far she has 8 of them. Same thing with Evie.
adorable.
My cousin Crystal, she did that for her kids, and that's where I got it from. And then something that we started since we bought the house, I was looking for something we could do every year. We get matching pajamas and we take a picture in front of our Christmas tree and fireplace. So
Yeah.
every year we can see, the changes.
yeah.
That's
But-
adorable.
As far as that's the only thing I
Yeah.
do for them.
I feel like a lot of traditions do revolve around Christmas because, you know, that's like such a happy time.
It's not really a family tradition. It's just something we have started. We do trips for Christmas instead of
I like that.
gifts.
Yeah.
This last year was that we did gifts just because it was a crazy year, but we do trips and we have done them since both of my kids were old enough, and it's 10 times better than trying to go Christmas shopping, buy everything. Now my kids still do get gifts. They each get like 3 to 5 gifts each, like wherever we go. Like we went to Tennessee, I still got them gifts. It's just not a very elaborate Christmas because we're going to do things. My kids are experienced kids. They'd much rather go have an experience than have a new toy.
Yeah.
So
Kind of same thing for us.
Yeah,
We've kind of done the same thing this past Christmas, being that it was our first Christmas in the house. We did stay home and do Christmas there. But the past, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 years, we've done trips.
Y'all done a trip.
Yeah, we've done a trip.
We're opposite. Mark wants to wait until the kids are much older to do that. He wants to be at home every year for Christmas.
And have those memories. Yeah.
Until they're older.
Same.
And, you know.
Yeah, that's what we do. So Christmas morning we have brunch at our house for like our immediate family and my sisters and their kids and sister-in-law and all that. And we all wear like the matching Christmas pajamas and do that.
our
But
Christmases used to be really good, but once my grandma passed away very unexpectedly, and then my grandpa was right behind, it just kind of, the whole family just kind of fell apart.
isn't that sad how
We
that
still
happens?
talk. We still all talk, but it just all kind of fell apart because they were like the glue that held
The
everybody
glue.
together. We always did Christmas there, New Year's,
Yeah.
every holiday. My grandma was cooking. We had a big get together, but it's just
You just have to create your own now.
Yes,
yeah.
that's
So that's
how-
kind of what we done. Just
That's how it was on my dad's side of the family. So my grandma had 9 brothers and sisters. When my great grandma passed away, it was like the family just fell apart. She was like the glue holding it together. Because, I mean, it would be like 50 of us in her little 2-bedroom house doing Thanksgiving, doing Christmas. And, like, once she died, that was it.
Yeah.
Those were the best memories.
It
Yeah,
was.
for sure.
They are.
So same. My mom's side is like a big family, and my great grandmother would literally invite everybody, aunts, uncles, cousins. And I remember it being so big when we were little. And now, since she passed, it's dwindled down to just like my aunt, my sister, and me. And that's all that shows up. You know, it is.
All right, so balancing life all together, being a mom, wife, doing social media. Ariel works 1 day a week. How do we balance it?
It's chaos.
Yes, I feel like it's chaos for my side as well.
I'm not really going to say chaos because like I said before, social media is not really a job for me and I haven't really made it that way. So it's just something I do for fun. So it's easy. I'm a mom and a wife first.
Yeah.
My husband works all day. My kids are at school during the day. So it's really kind of like me time during the day, but it's not really bad. Once they get home now, it's chaotic. And
Yeah.
I think that's everybody.
I am still juggling, getting used to doing all of the house chores on top of being a wife and a mom and doing social media. In the camper, it wasn't so bad, because I had a routine, we were good. Not saying that it wasn't chaotic if the kids had soccer or, things like that. Obviously, when your kids are in sports or, you have things to do, yeah, it gets chaotic. I feel like that's in everybody's life. But as far as balancing it, I'm definitely a mom and a wife first, just like Kelsie said. That comes before anything. I will go days without posting a video because, that is not what is most important to me. I haven't posted a video in 2 or 3 days because I've been running like crazy. I just don't have time. But I just try my best to balance it, and being that we have really been trying to find a good schedule with doing housework and getting it all done, that gives me more time to do what I need to do as far as social media wise. Once the housework is clean, I feel like I can't deal with clutter. I can't deal with mess. Like I am mentally drained. I am like mentally not well if my house is dirty. Like it
Same.
That's
puts
why I
me-
said I keep my house clean. My cabinets are clutter free. Everything's clutter free. I will pick up every single day, every hour on the dot if I have to, but there's no clutter.
Yes.
I can't
I don't do
cook
clutter.
unless my kitchen is clean.
Yes,
Same.
I am the same way. Like I mentally can't do it
clean
if
as
my
I go.
house is dirty. Yes, but no, I cannot cook if my kitchen is dirty. Just like whenever we do cook dinner at nighttime, my kitchen has to be clean before the next morning, or I can't do the kids' lunches. I can't fix the kids'
I
breakfast.
want it to be like that, but sometimes I do go to bed with my
No. Oh, no.
sink
I
full.
cannot.
Sometimes.
It's at least in the dishwasher. They might not be
Yeah.
washed, but like the countertops are clean, the sink is empty. Like I can't.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, when Mark cleans the kitchen, it's totally opposite of when I clean the
Oh,
kitchen.
yeah.
He does
Absolutely.
not wipe
No.
the
Nothing
counters
down.
down.
There's crumbs everywhere.
Yes.
His definition of cleaning is
Picking
putting the food into the refrigerator and at least doing the dishes, but everything else,
No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Josh will do everything except clean my stove. He will not clean my stove.
Josh, clean the stove.
Yeah.
He will wipe my counters. He will do the dishes. He will unload the dishes. He will clean out the kids' lunch boxes, make their water bottles. He will not clean my stove.
See, and Eric just won't wipe anything down. Like he thinks if it's picked up, like
Yeah.
decluttered, is his idea of clean. Like I'm coming in and there's like stains all over the countertops. He'll spill freaking Coke down the side of the cabinet and just ignore it. Like it's like he doesn't see it.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, Eric, come
Right.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another thing I have found with balancing life all together is you really have to take time out for just you and your husband, or you and your spouse. I feel like that makes a world of difference. And some people, they'll be like, oh, well, they're going out and doing something. You need time with just you and your husband. I don't care if it's just an hour dinner. I don't care if you take a weekend trip.
Yep.
You need time with your spouse.
I agree. I've learned that last year when we took 2 trips
Yeah.
and we did not fight at all.
Yeah.
Eric
It's
and
them
I've
kids.
gotten-
It's them damn kids.
It is.
Mhm.
It is
It
the
is.
kids. I hate
It
to
is.
say it, but
Things change
It is
once
the
you get
kids.
once you
But I
have
feel like
kids.
you have to nurture that relationship because
and I feel like you're
kids are
really
gonna
good
go-
at that.
Eric and I do
I
a
feel like
date
y'all
night
are.
at least twice a month, no excuses. Like without the kids.
We need to do that. We don't.
No excuses.
We rarely
Yeah.
do date night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we'll do dinner, movie, whatever, like come home or just have his parents or my aunt and uncle keep the kids overnight and we'll like stay in and cook dinner and watch a movie, just the two of us. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't always have to be going out and spending money and doing
Right,
something.
yeah.
We need to
But
do
we
better with
do
that.
spend quality time together a lot.
No.
Last weekend, me and Josh went to the casino, but we lost everything we brought to play. But it was a fun date night. But yes, definitely have to balance that, the best you can. And I feel like whenever you're kind of getting into the social media world or even, working moms, even if you don't do social media and, just work, I feel like balancing that takes time to learn.
Yeah,
it does.
It takes time to get into a routine or to figure it all out. And it's okay. You might struggle for a while. I still struggle. I feel like a
we
lot
all
of us
do.
Yeah.
We all do.
it's hard, but just do the best you can.
Yeah.
And for me, most of my content is cooking at night. So the
Yeah.
kids are home. So I used to stress about having my video edited and posted the night,
Yeah.
same night. But now it really kind of became, I felt guilty. I felt guilty not telling the kids goodnight. I felt guilty of locking myself in the bedroom after dinner, trying to edit my video because I had to get it posted.
Oh, no.
And now I don't do that. I try to do that the next day or while I'm in the bathtub.
Yeah,
When the kids are sleeping at 8 o'clock, I'll try to go edit my video and post it. But, because they say, oh, you have to post it at the time where most people are active on your page. Like, I just worried too much about it. And now, from last night, I haven't even looked at the video from last night.
Yeah. I feel like that is probably one of the times I edit a lot of my videos is after I get the kids in bed, they're sleeping and I take a bath. I will literally sit in the bath for 2 hours, rerun my water probably like 3 times and sit there and edit my videos for the day.
We know your water bill's high.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it probably is.
Oh. Yeah. I'm kind of the same way. Look, y'all should see my drafts. I have like 50 drafts. I just don't post. I just forget because like she said, you got to post at the direct time. If not, you're getting 3 views on your video. What I do all that work for? Nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
But no, I'll sit. My kids are in bed at we are bathed and in bed for 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Oh my God, I
every
wish.
night. Josh is like, you're freaking mama. You got to bed. No, shut up because you're the old one. Shut up. Because
Josh likes going to bed too early.
No, he's been staying in the living room till 11:30 at night watching TV.
Really?
Then he comes in there and he's like, I'm not tired. I'm like, well, you better find some sleep somewhere.
That's so funny.
But like I said, I'm in bed with my kids pretty early, and they're laying in bed with me until they fall asleep. And Josh will go sit in the
So
living
that's
room and watch
probably
TV.
why you're more on that routine too,
Yeah.
because you go to bed at the same time your kids do. Yeah.
Not me.
I don't go. I will be in bed. I might not go to sleep every night
Right.
at 7:30, but I'm in bed, bathed, kids are bathed, kids are bathed and in bed, and I'm scrolling on my phone or I'm reading my book. So
Yeah.
I'm in bed by 10. They stay up till like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
I don't get into the bath until 10.
Oh my
Oh my
goodness.
gosh.
It feels like it.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, sometimes I beg to take the bath first, but most of the time
Yeah.
I'm the last one.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I definitely.
the kids take a bath and then I do.
Yeah, me and Josh, we kind of like rotate who helps the kids with baths. Like Ella, she can, pretty much take care of herself in the shower now. It's more so helping Evie, like if she needs her hair washed. So like if I'm cleaning up the kitchen after dinner, he's doing bath and vice versa. But the kids are in bed no later than 8 o'clock
Yeah.
every Monday
Same.
through Thursday.
Laney's in bed at 7:30. Cadence is like 8:15.
Yeah.
Same. Our bedtimes are 8:30 during school, but on the weekends or holidays, whatever,
Yeah, the kids can
they don't really
stay
have a
up.
bedtime.
Yeah, same
Weekends
for
don't matter.
us. So once the kids go to bed, now that me and Josh have kind of been like doing the whole hour thing, we will spend literally 1 hour doing, what needs to be done in the house, whether if it's folding laundry, cleaning the kitchen, whatever. And then I go take a bath.
Yeah.
And I will literally sit in there for an hour or two. Depends on how many videos I have to edit or if me and Valerie's talking. Me and Valerie literally stay up late.
But
talking
also,
every night.
we don't eat dinner very late. I don't like to eat very late. I will say, Josh, before we had kids, Joshua's dad loves to eat dinner at like 9 o'clock when we're over there. He don't start cooking until like 8:30. And Scott, if you're watching this, I love you to death. But, and so I'm like, Josh, I can't do that. And like, not only does it sit on your stomach all night, and you just feel miserable when you wake up. I was like, I can't do that. My kids are starving at like 4:30. And I'm like, baby, it's not supper time. Like, just get a snack for right now. But I try and cook and have supper ready between 5:30 and 6.
Same.
Josh gets home about 5.
Yeah.
So we can eat and get that out the way. And then my kids can play the rest of the evening.
Yeah.
So I like to cook dinner early.
Yeah.
That also helps a lot because I'm not cooking late. No offense, Valerie, but I'm
Yeah, I
just
can't
No,
do
my
that.
kids
Well, yours is
demand.
sports and like all the practices.
yeah, your sports
like
and
you
stuff.
have
No, if
to-
I'm
No.
at home cooking, they demand dinner
Yeah.
at 6 o'clock.
my kids.
Yeah.
But they are so hungry by like 4:30.
Yeah,
they
I'm
are
like-
raiding the pantry
I'm
wanting
like, y'all.
chips and everything. I'm like, what the hell am I cooking for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what Cadence gets a snack as soon as she gets off the
Same.
bus.
Same
Like
for
that's
my
the first thing
kids.
she does when she comes through the door. We do like a 10-minute snack before we do homework.
Yeah.
And I think that helps get her until dinner.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're eating their
So-
lunchbox on the way home from school. But
Yeah.
want to eat again at 4:30 and then want to eat dinner.
And then I'll open their lunchbox from school. I'm like, well, you didn't even eat your lunch. You didn't eat half of it. She's like, well, I was talking. I'm like, baby, you got to eat. Like, you got to eat at school.
Yeah.
That's all kids.
But I guess that can kind of go into like our routines, morning and evening
Yeah.
routines, starting with evening routines.
My evening routine is a joke.
I
We don't really have any.
Well, yeah, because y'all are so
we
freaking
don't
busy.
we don't have a strict routine, but more so like the kids come home from school, the first thing they do is get a snack and I give them like a little break because they've been at school all day. And then I don't know, 30 45 minutes after being home, we do homework. That is the first thing we get done. And then from there on, they might play a little bit, like while I start prepping dinner or cooking. And then, I don't know, by 7 o'clock, bath time. And then they wind down for the night, whether if we're doing something in the living room as a family, whether if they're in their rooms playing, if Cadence comes over, or if they go to your house for a little bit, or, so on and so forth. And then 8 o'clock, it's bedtime. And that's kind of like our evening routine.
Yeah.
But we do homework before they play anything. But
Same.
I try to give them a little break, like as soon as they come home, they get a snack and kind of chill out for a few minutes.
Yeah. I think Cadence, if she waits too long, we found that she gets out of the mood to do homework. So
Yeah.
if she literally comes in, gets a snack, it's like a 10-minute snack too.
Yeah.
We immediately get that homework done.
Yeah.
That way she's done by like what? 3:45 at the latest.
Yeah.
Then she has all afternoon to play, do
Yeah.
crafts, whatever she wants to do. And I find just for like her mentality, that works better for her.
Yeah.
Now, when Lainey starts school next year, it might be a whole different story. I don't know what it's gonna be, but
So for us, Ella likes doing homework with Josh. Loves doing homework with Josh. So I do more of Evie's and Josh does Ella. So it really depends on like his work schedule. Like if he has to go to the office, he doesn't get home till like 5:30. So Ella's will wait. So she might go ahead and get her bath, or she might, do whatever, just depending on the schedule. But if possible, we get it done right after snack.
Valerie, what about you and your kids?
We are literally doing something every single day of the week after school. We rarely have a free day, especially right now during ball. Mason's playing ball 4 days a week. We didn't get home to 10 o'clock on Sunday. I didn't even send my kids to school Monday because we got home so late. We were at the ballpark for 13 hours.
That's crazy.
We did not even, I couldn't send them to school. There was no way.
Yeah.
I would have felt guilty. We got home so late. And I mean, I guess ballpark mama just know, but we have something to do every single day after school. But if they get home from school and we don't really have anything to do, it's obviously homework, snack, homework, and then getting ready for something to do, usually a game or something at 5:30.
Yeah.
But
Do y'all ever split? Like Mark will take the kids to practice and you'll stay home with some of them, or do y'all all do it together?
Usually does practices unless one of them overlap. Obviously, if they both have something going on at the same time, Mark will go with Mason because he usually helps with Mason. He's one of the coaches, and I'll bring Ava or something else like that. But yeah, most of the time, that's the downfall of having a lot of kids.
Yeah. And you have 2 in sports right now, right? Well, I mean, Morgan does cheer, but both Mason and Ava are both doing baseball and softball.
Yes, and Austin
Austin's
is
in
in dance.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Mondays are very challenging because I typically have to use Morgan for help on Mondays because Mason, Ava, and Austin all have something to do between 4 and 5. So
That's hard. But you're
Yeah.
super mom.
yeah.
Our routine's pretty easy. Monday and Tuesdays we have dance, so we usually do an easy meal, come home, something simple. The rest of the week is pretty free. We don't have anything unless we go out and plan to do something or go eat somewhere or whatever it may be. But other than that, our routine in the morning, my kids don't go to school till 9. I get up early. I'm usually up at like 5 or 5:30, and I kind of just take my quiet time, get all their stuff ready for the day. I usually make their lunch before they even get up, have breakfast ready. While they're at school, I'm doing what I want to do, pretty much.
I'm kind of looking forward to that
I
next
usually
year.
I usually go to Pilates or I'll go to the gym or whatever, and then I'll come home. I'll go sit in my car, eat my lunch peacefully, and then we come home. They take a nap. My kids are still in the nap phase. We're trying to get Charlie out of that because she starts kindergarten next year. Now everything will be different next year, but for now it's.
Does she nap for kindergarten next year? Because
I
you
don't-
said that Evie doesn't
honestly-
take naps in kindergarten.
No,
Look,
Evie
I
doesn't.
haven't
Austin
even
will
looked.
next
I
year.
have not even looked into anything.
Yeah, our school, they cut it out last year.
I think
they,
it's
I was saying, I
public
don't
schools
think
cut
they
it
will.
out, but
Yeah.
being that her little private school, they continue to take naps through kindergarten.
That's good. They need that.
Yeah, but Charlie needs that because if not, she's
Well,
whiny, and I'm like,
I don't
"Ah."
know. I feel like Evie hasn't taken a nap since she was probably like 4 years old.
Maybe even not nap, but just that quiet time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
they're
to
not
kind of
forced
wind
to
down.
take a nap.
No,
Yeah.
just kind of like chill.
I make Charlie go lay in it. Like when she gets home from school, usually they fall asleep in their car seat before we even get home. So sometimes she'll just go right back in her room and lay down and go to sleep. Sometimes she'll just go lay in there, watch TV, and she'll just be quiet in there. I'm like, if you want to play, you can play quietly. But Whitley, that girl got to have a nap. Got to. If not, she's literally a demon. So, but other than that, and then our evening routine, like I said, I try to cook supper between 5:30 and 6, and my kids are eat, fed, they're bathed by 6:30, 7 o'clock, and then they're in bed for 7:38. So I mean, or it's pretty simple. It's not really crazy until next year, but
Yeah. Mornings for me, I just literally have a set schedule. I wake up between 5:45 and 6. I usually fix me a coffee, prepare the kids breakfast. I wake them up. They take a few minutes to wake up, and then they get dressed. I feed them breakfast. Usually while they're eating breakfast, I'll make their lunch boxes if I haven't already, just depending on like what I make them and how long it takes or, whatever. Then they get done eating. They go brush their teeth. I do their hair. And that's really it. We're out the door and we're off
I
to
am
school.
not a morning person. Thank God, since Mark has not worked as much, he is the first one up. He usually wakes them up, fixes them breakfast, and my snooze is working on number 87. And then I'll get up, make me a coffee, do their lunch boxes, school bags, usually get Austin dressed, and then he brings them to school. I kind of have it spoiled right now while he's home.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do if he has to go back to work?
Complete chaos when he does have something to do.
yeah.
But it is nice when he's home in the mornings because it's a lot. Well, Morgan's driving too. I used to have to leave the house at 6:30 to get her to school. But now that she's driving, she leaves at 6:50. And we don't have to leave until almost 7:30 to get the other 3 to school.
Yeah, that's good.
That's nice. If Josh works from home, he will usually wake up and if
I think we
need
talked
help,
about this.
Yeah, he will wake up and help me if I need help. Like he'll do their hair or he'll make their water bottles and put everything in their book sack, and then he'll take them to school. Like we go together, and then we'll usually go get breakfast after or something like
No,
that.
we don't go that far.
Yeah, we do.
I'm not much of a breakfast person.
I
Yeah,
am.
I'm
I love breakfast and I
I'm
love
not.
coffee.
No, I like coffee. I have to
We
have
went and
my
got
morning
breakfast
coffee,
this morning.
but I don't eat till probably like 12 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, no, I
I'm
could
not a
never.
breakfast person.
Yeah.
I would be literally like bouncing off the ceiling fan if I have a coffee and don't eat.
See, and I have like a coffee and a bloom before noon.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Yeah.
not.
I'm the same way.
I
or
usually
just
fix
a quick granola bar or
Yeah.
something.
An
Yeah.
iced coffee and an energy drink every morning.
Yeah, no, I can't have.
Sometimes I'll just do the energy drink, but
Yeah. Caffeine's an addiction.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's it for parenting.
Yeah.
Hope that wraps it up. We touched base on quite a few things.
No judging.
Yeah, no judging. We don't do that here. And on to the next episode, we're going to get into monetizing social media.
you can find us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
If you are a Patreon member, VIP, you can watch our full video.
And don't forget to check out our merch at fourthemoms.com.